You probably have 1,000 of these Instagram meal prep recipes saved. I live in the real world. I'm a dad of 3, firefighter, business owner. I don't have time for that. These are the meals I actually eat to help me stay in shape. So I have some pork tenderloin that's defrosted already. I have some potatoes here that I'm gonna roast. I love these Little Debbie, I think they're Little Debbie's? No, they're not Little Debbie's. That's the cookie company. I've got cookies on the brain. This is the Little Potato Company fresh potatoes. I love these because it's only like 15 grams of carbs for 5 potatoes, so you can eat a ton of them. At least I can, because I'm eating a lot of carbs right now. I love these, and they're easy to make. So let's rock and roll. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sous vide this pork tenderloin. And if you guys don't know what a sous vide is, it's basically a jacuzzi bath for the pork. So I'm gonna season that, seal it, put it in my jacuzzi bath to make my potatoes, and then we'll do some veggies super quick. So let's rock and roll. What I love about pork tenderloin is it's super lean and super cheap. And you can eat a ton of it. The calorie to protein count is pretty awesome. I mean, 120 calories for 4 ounces, 23 grams of protein in 4 ounces. Pretty good. So right now I'm on a maintenance phase. I don't want to gain anymore. I don't want to lose any more weight. So right now my macro goals are about 300 grams of protein a day, 70 grams of fat, and if it's a workout day, anywhere from 350 to 400 grams of carbs. And on my off days, I'll take that carbohydrate content down to about 300, 275. I'm a big proponent of carb cycling. I think carb cycling is the best way to get fit. And what is carb cycling? Well, basically, carb cycling is changing the amount of carbs that you eat per day based on how much you lift, or when you lift, I guess. So on workout days, some people like having higher amounts of carbs, and then on rest days, lower amounts. But I've also heard coaches say that they like having higher amounts of carbs on rest days for better recovery and lower lifting days. And for me, I take kind of a nuanced approach, and I'll do whatever works best for you or my clients, right? So if you like eating more carbs on your rest days because you find it makes you feel better, more power to you. What matters is at the end of the week, are you in a calorie deficit or surplus? Wash those porky hands because pork can be yuck. So it's okay to be in a surplus if you're trying to gain weight. It's okay to be in a deficit if you're trying to lose weight. And my goal right now is to kind of stay the same. I just use dry rubs on these porks. My wife is not going to be happy with me. So now we're going to take that. We're bringing it over to our vacuum sealer here. Measure this out. Looks about right. I might do a little cut phase for summer to get a little summer shredded, but we'll see how I feel. I'm still, I guess, mentally recovering from my show. I keep saying, I say to a lot of people, it took a lot out of me. And afterwards, after the show, I just didn't want to work out. I didn't want to do anything fitness related. Oh, this thing's broken, that's right. I didn't want to do anything fitness related. And honestly, I just wanted to eat whatever I wanted to eat. And I took like 2 weeks off and just kind of did that, gained a little bit of weight back, which was fine. A little reverse out, but I'm starting to want to get back into it now and take what I've learned from the show and help others reach their fitness goals, especially if you're a dad or firefighter. Firefighters, we're exposed to a lot. The cancer rates are super high. It's really hard on our bodies. And for me in California, I can't retire till I'm 57. It's a long time. It's a lot of wear and tear on your body. And so if you're someone who got hired at like 20 and you're in that retirement plan where you have to go to 57, that's 37 years that you have to work. That's a long time in the fire service. And so the name of the game is longevity. It's the best way to have a long and fruitful career while it's staying healthy. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to crack the code on trying to be the healthiest I can. There we go. Just going to get my sous vide here and fill up my little water pot. I'm going to do 130 degrees for an hour, and I'm going to finish with a sear. I know. I said I don't have time for that. I have time for an hour to set it and forget it, and that's what I love about the sous vide. You can set it and forget it. I've actually forgotten my pork tenderloin in my sous vide, and I've done like 2 hours, and it still turns out great. You can also set a timer with this thing too, so it's awesome. And if you get pulled away with your kids or some other dad task around the house, sous vide's still there. You're not going to worry about overcooking anything like you are with like an oven or pan frying stuff. So there's my pork tenderloin. I know it's not up to temp yet, but it'll get there. Yeah, it's already at 130, just by my tap water. Jacuzzi time, baby. All right, next up, let's do some potatoes. All right, Little Potato Company. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do it in the air fryer. You can do it in the oven if you want, but I like doing it in the air fryer. That's just how I roll. I do a couple batches in the air fryer. I think it cooks faster and it's just easier. They come pre-washed too, but if you don't trust that, you can wash them. Do a batch here. What I'm gonna do, make sure, fellas, remember, spray over the sink. I've gotten in many a trouble not spraying my spray over the sink. Here we go. And now I'm gonna season it. What's our seasoning of choice today? I'm gonna go Flavor God Italian Zest. So I'm also preparing for a 72-hour shift. So I'm gonna be at work for 3 days. And so this is how I kind of prep the day before my 72. All right, so I'm gonna throw this into the air fryer. Get in there. All right. We go 400 degrees for 15 minutes. Actually 20 minutes. Okay. So if you've been following my channel for a long time, you know that I'm a total Costco fan, boy, girl, whatever. So I get these at Costco. These are my two favorite vegetable selections that I get. One, broccoli, pre-made in the little bags. Throw it in the microwave, 5 minutes, you're done. You got broccoli, you're good to go. All right, wonderful. And then number two, just like a stir-fry vegetable blend. Love it. Just throw it in a pan, season, you're good to go. So I'm gonna do the vegetable blend today. Ugh. Get your pan. Once that gets warm, throw some avocado oil spray on it, throw the vegetables in there, season it up, pack it and good to go. As firefighters, we just like to keep things simple, especially as a dad when I don't have much time. With kids running around screaming, getting into fights, throwing toys at each other, stuff like that. I gotta go quick, and simple. My school of thought is I cook all my food groups in bulk and then I add it together later. Come over here in my messy fridge. I already have my food groups ready. Oh, wrong one. I have rice already made. I've got some leftover ground beef. This will last me about a meal. So I have it all pre-made. What I do is I'll add it together when it's time to eat. It takes like 3 minutes. It's super easy. If you want to divide it out yourself into all your Tupperwares, perfect. More power to you. Love it. Do whatever works for you that keeps you on the right track, moving that needle forward to your goals. Also, get yourself a scale. You need to know how much you're eating and how much you're stuffing into your face hole. So you need to weigh it out, especially if you're just starting out. If you've done it for a long time, you can kind of eyeball stuff, and if you want to be in maintenance and don't really care, that's fine. But you'll be surprised how much food you're actually eating when you weigh it out. And also, I've heard from a lot of my clients too that when they start tracking their meals and actually eating a high protein diet, high protein, lower fat, moderate to low carbs, they're stuffed because the amount of the food volume is so much greater than what they're eating compared to the amount of calories, right? So you eat like a double cheeseburger, that's 750 to 1,000 calories, depending if you get bacon, onion rings, barbecue sauce, extra cheese, all the good fixins, mayo, stuff like that. I want a cheeseburger now. But if you switch to a lean ground beef, rice, and veggies, you're gonna be stuffed to the rafters. It's a fact. Plus, a lot of times when you first start tracking your meals and eating high protein, you do what I like to call the holy grail of fitness, which is you gain muscle while you lose fat. So I've also had clients where your weight stays the same, or their weight stays the same, yet their waist gets thinner, they get more muscular, more visible muscle, better abs, yet they get discouraged that the scale's not moving. I'm like, hey, look at these comparative pictures. You're getting more jacked. You're hitting the holy grail. Stop your whining. And sometimes it's more than just the number on the scale. So while everything's cooking, it's time for lunch. I'm gonna eat this easy 2-minute high protein chicken sandwich that I love to make. Mwah. Here's my ingredients. You need 1 avocado, Flavor God, everything but the bagel seasoning, Costco canned chicken, and Dave's whole grain seeds bread. All right, let's open up the chicken, get the juices out. Get a bowl, take the chicken, put it in the bowl. Take your avocado, slice it, and in the bowl it goes. I'm doing half an avocado for my fats. There we go. Take your everything but the bagel seasoning. Season generously. Boom. Now we mix. The avocado is going to be a good substitute for mayo. Just mush it together until you get a nice chickeny avocado-y paste. Now let's get our bread. Let's get this bread, baby. You can lightly toast it if you want. I'm just gonna raw dog it. 2 slices of bread. Throw the chicken on the bread. See where I'm going with this? It's like a chickeny avocado-y toast. Boom. Throw it in my Tupperware. Seal it up. Good to go. Time to go to the park. Except I'm gonna eat it now. I'm hungry. Oh, so good. Potatoes are done. Let's take them out. There we go. Now what I like to do with them is just give them a light little smash. Nice smash. Oh, perfect. Beautiful. I'll douse it with a little low-fat cheese or regular cheese. Season a little bit more. Potatoes are done. These smashed ones are ready to go in the Tupperware. These are done, going in the Tupperware, and going to work. Potatoes in the Tupperware. Potatoes are like a superfood. They're super satiating, super healthy, full of tons of nutrients. Carb content isn't like super high compared to like rice. So I like to eat my white rice after my workouts because I can eat a lot more. I like to have carbs, a lot of my carbs for the day post-workout to fuel the muscles. And then I'll have like some sort of other carb content, whether it's a sandwich or potatoes throughout the day. Okay, pork's done. I'm just going to do a quick sear on the cast iron. Jacuzzi bath done. It's been an hour. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this open. I'm going to drain it and I'm going to pat it dry because moisture is the enemy of a good sear. Nice and dry. Wait for the cast iron to heat up. You see it? It's finding stuff underneath fridges, you know. Dad life. Pork is just about finishing up. Got our nice sear on it. You don't have to sear it, but I like to. Seals in the flavor, if you know what I mean. And we're going to cut this up. People will say, oh, that's underdone. No, it got sous vide. It's fine. It's delicious. So I'm going to put that in my Tupperware. We're going to be good to go for work for a few days. A little bit of extra sear there for the finishing touches. And there we go. We have my proteins, my carbs, my veggies, and extra carbs too for my 3 days at work coming up. This is what I bring to work as a firefighter, father of 3, trying to stay fit. Now, if you're in the same boat, trying to get fit, or just trying to get started, shoot me a message and I'd love to help you out.